What's up guys, Putty here and welcome back for another episode of Fallout New Vegas. In the last episode we got here to the Monte Carlo Suites. We stumbled over our words a hell of a lot, did a few jobs for Diane, and travelled across the stars. Between episodes I've been doing a bit of housekeeping. I also found some Sunset Sarsaparilla in there. Come on! Damn it! Still, the final star cap is not got to me. Anyway, I did a bit of housekeeping, stored a lot of stuff, cleared a bit of weight up, and in this episode we're going to continue our journey across the borders of Vegas and towards our next objective. So, heading this way. Yeah, in between episodes I also uninstalled the texture pack, and also I uninstalled a couple of the other mods. I think, keep the weaponry texture project on. I hope so anyway. Yep, that is still there. I did only mean to take out a few of them, but I did end up taking out quite a lot more than I had expected for the pure reason that I accidentally did it. I didn't mean to take away the New Vegas script extender or New Vegas anti-crash, but I just did it by accident as I was deleting the other ones. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to head down that direction quite yet. There will be a time where we head down that direction. In fact, it'll be rather soon, but for now, we're going to be heading in that direction. Yeah, and we're also going to be exploring one little area in these mountains. Not really exploring, just discovering and telling you what it's all about. It's important that we discover it now, because we will need to come back there. Let's see, what is this episode? Episode 56. So, I intend to go back there around episode 80. I'd say, yeah, episode 80 sounds about right to me. So, that's why it's important to discover that now. Is this knock knock? It is knock knock, good. After uninstalling the texture pack, figured out that the performance issues aren't the fault of the texture pack. I don't know what the performance issues actually are. I really don't. I've been trying to figure it out. I think it might just be the game is unoptimized. It'd be unfortunate, but that could be the problem here. I mean, I'll look further into it, make sure there's not a problem with my GPU, but I think just the game is unoptimized, to be perfectly honest. I mean, I've been running PlanetSide 2 at a consistent 60, so I'm pretty sure this game is just unoptimized. But well. I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, it stays reasonably consistent. It's just it stays consistent at 40 FPS, which isn't fantastic. And as you can see, there's a couple of frame drops here and there, but that's something I've noticed about the game for a long time. I'll have to again, I'm gonna keep looking into it, but I do think there are performance issues that exist. And that's unfortunate, but the game never drops below 30. Well, very rarely drops below 30. So we are still at reasonable levels, at least in my opinion. So yeah, again, I'm gonna keep looking into it because I do believe it is an issue that I could solve. But for now, if anybody has any suggestions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I'll look into it. But for now, I'm just gonna ignore it. Okay, this area up here. This is Northern Passage. Didn't really get a chance to let the text scroll across there, but this is the Northern Passage. Now in here is the second of Fallout New Vegas's DLCs. And this will be the next DLC that we go to. And that'll be in a couple of episodes time. It'll be quite a while away because we just got back from Dead Money. I don't plan on going into this one until we make significant progress on the story, and I don't plan on doing that for a couple of episodes. So that's gonna wait a little while, but we should be going there quite soon. Not Not exactly in the next 10 parts, but maybe in the next 20. And definitely in the next 30. So if you want a time scale of when we're going to be going into that DLC, it'll be in a couple of, I'd say 25 parts at most from now. That's when we're going into that DLC. That magnificent DLC. Not. It's actually probably my least favorite. That DLC. If I'm being honest. I still like it, don't get me wrong, but I think out of the 4, that particular one is probably my least favorite. Because the other ones either have a better story or just better gameplay. I think that's the one that has the weakest gameplay, the least exciting gameplay, and a story that I just didn't like. I really didn't like it. But overall, I've discovered a lot of things in this LP that I didn't know before. Because I'm going deeper than, like, I usually discover the story over multiple playthroughs, but in this LP I've obviously tried to get the whole picture in one playthrough. So doing that makes me explore a lot more than I usually would, and for that reason I've definitely enjoyed certain aspects of the game more than I usually have, and so I do expect to enjoy Fallout this DLC a lot more than I have in the past, because that's just the nature of an LP. Is it explores not only a lot of problems with the game, because LPs do show a lot of problems with the game. You start to realize where all the flaws are, but LPs also showcase a lot of the good things about the game. And that's one of the reasons why I like doing LPs for review purposes, is because if you are recording every aspect of a game, and you're trying to show off every aspect of a game, like if you're just playing it through, you're just trying to go with the flow, see what happens, right? But if you're LPing a game, you want to try and show off everything. You want to try and get everything on camera. You want to try and show off the game to your best intents. And if you're doing that, then you get to see more of the game. And if you see more of the game, then you see more of the good things and the bad things. So that's one of the reasons why I do praise LPs as a review format. I love LPs. You know, a lot of people I wouldn't say a lot of people dislike, but a lot of people are indifferent. I think that the era is changing away from LPs, and I do think that's unfortunate, because I think LPs are a very, very good medium of telling a story, and a very good medium of reviewing a game too. But I'm sure we'll talk more about that in the future. Anyway, I'm sure we'll talk about more on that. Actually, this episode's gonna get pretty action-packed pretty quickly. Anyway, this is Field Shack. In here, you have an ammunition box, some BBs, some more ammo, and if I'm begging you, yes, there it is, Sunset Sarsaparilla Star Bottle Cap number 50. Job done. Mission complete. I'm done. That's game over for me. I'm just done. Anyway, yeah, you got that, and you've also got over here the Abilene Kid LE BB gun. Now this gun is an interesting one, because you see this weapon. If I show it off, why do I always get unique weapons in the nighttime? There's a weapons guide up on screen which shows off the weapon. Here it is. This gun, actually, it's not too much different to its non-weaponry texture project version. Is a BB gun, obviously, so it doesn't have that much base damage. Now, the thing about this gun, this specific BB gun, is it has bonus critical damage. A lot of bonus critical damage. So, sneak attack criticals are pretty damn effective with it. Let me try and show this off. Here we go. You see that? One sec. One hit kill. This gun is very good at sneak attack criticals, and if you hit something in the head with a sneak attack critical with this gun, I would be very surprised if it survived. It is very good for sneak attack criticals. I say as I miss twice. There we go. Lead dealer cause 10,000 damage with guns. It is quite the beast. And it's not exactly like the most powerful gun in the game, but it is a neat gimmick. And if you're a stealth character, it probably is a nice part of your arsenal. Is it better than the Rat Slayer? Maybe. Maybe. It's not better than some other guns you find a lot later in the game, but it's a nice mid-range option, mid-level option.
Whoa there, pal. You better slow down, or you'll get blown up like the rest of the idiots who thought they'd scavenge in Boomer territory. Now that I've got your attention, might you be interested in a little information? It'll cost you, but it's well worth the investment.
You can tell me, or you can tell the underside of my boot.
Whoa, simmer down. I'll tell you, I'm a gambler and a scavenger. I've made some cash from gambling and some cash from reclaiming goods that are no longer being used. Now, do you want my help or not?
Is there a way to get past?
There is a way, and I'll tell you. For a little wager.
Let's hear it.
Well, I know the secret to get past. If you give me the caps, I'll tell you. If you make it back alive, I'll double your money.
So, there's a barter check here. And if you pass it, you only pay 200 caps to get the information. But you only get 200 caps back. So, the best way to do it is to pay 300 caps and you get 300 caps back. But obviously, if you want to save a little bit of money and we want the information, go for this one. But honestly, the information isn't that useful. So, the bet is the one I go for.
Okay, here you go. That page has the details, but it's all in the timing as you move from building to building. I'll be here watching, so I'll know if you've made it to the gate or not. Remember, there's 600 caps in it if you make it.
So there we go. You can read that if you want it. He says something about moving from building to building, but I have a bit of a different strategy. So I'm just going to go with mine. If you're on hardcore, you'll want to move your companions and tell them to wait, because this could be dangerous. There's something I should mention about before we carry on about the BB gun. If you have the Wild Wasteland perk, it is not going to be in that shack, and you need a certain character to reveal the map location for you. And that character we haven't met yet, so I'm not going to spoil it. In fact, I might go through a few of the Wild Wasteland things at the end of the game. But for right now, just remember that if you have the Wild Wasteland perk on, you have to go through a Wild Wasteland effect to get this gun. Anyway, what I do is I go on this left, and I have my stim pack to the ready, and I run. I run on this left hand side. Ho ho, frame rate not liking the boomers. Oh, I've never seen this at nighttime or with the bloody Eve mod on, so I've never seen these really cool looking explosions. Whoa, look at that. How my companions actually didn't get knocked out there, I will never know, but... And you've made it over to the boomers area. So let's talk to the front guard. Hello, I got past your defenses. Like a boss.
Hold it right there. Don't you move. How the hell did you survive that bombardment?
I didn't run through all that artillery to hear your stupid questions.
Are you even human? Some kind of mutant? Move a muscle now and I'll blow you to pieces.
I didn't come here to attack you.
Then just stay where you are. Raquel will be here any second.
Very well.
I'll take this from here. I'm Raquel, Master-at-Arms for the Nelis homeland. Mother Pearl, our eldest, wishes to speak to you.
Damn, bitch! You scary! What's a mother-at-arms? What's a master-at-arms?
I oversee the security of the Nelis homeland, from the coordination of its defense to the training and fitness of its population.
So, the fact we're having this conversation means you failed, right?
I wasn't the one firing the howitzers. If you want to see how good I am at killing savages, I can show you. Or you can accept Mother Pearl's invitation. It's your choice.
Who is Mother Pearl?
As I said, she is our eldest. Mother Pearl has lived at Nelis from the start, and has the wisdom of her age. She said that this day would come, and that any savage to reach our gate should be brought to her.
Alright, lead the way.
Follow close, and mind your behavior.
Will do.
Welcome, child. Took your sweet time getting here, didn't you? I've been waiting a good 5 years for an outsider to come along and visit.
You didn't exactly roll out a red carpet.
Those howitzers of ours aren't just for entertainment, child. Explosive ordnance is what keeps the savages at a distance. Except you. There's something special about you, child, and it was the howitzers that gave you a chance to show it.
How might I be of assistance?
Oh, so many ways. Small ones to begin with, so we can get used to what it's like to have a outsider around and about. Should that go well, maybe you can help in big ways, too. We'll have to see.
How can we trust each other if you're going to be keeping secrets, Pearl?
You have to keep in mind that you're our first contact with the outside world since I was barely a woman. Seclusion has kept us safe, but the world around us is changing. Neon lights in the distance, patrolling robots, soldiers. My youngers think our guns can keep out the world, but I think we need to let it in, just a little, or become its victim. You're that little bit of the world, child. Welcome to Nelis.
That's an interesting theory. Where do I start?
You picked a good time to stop by, for we're swimming in problems. My youngers can tell you all about it. Raquel could use help with the bug problem. Doc Argyle has wounded he's tending to. And Loyal and Jack might be looking for help with some repairs. Or you could just go see Pete at the museum and hear the story of our people. All you have to do there is listen. Come and go as you like, help or don't help, I leave it up to you. But I hope you'll show my youngers that not every outsider needs to be blown up.
Alright, time to upgrade some skills. Lockpick can stay there for pretty much ever. Repair can... Oh god, voice crack. Repair can go up a little bit. I was in the middle of a yawn when my voice cracked there. Where's science? Oh, science is fine. Is it? Yeah, science is fine. I'll put it up to 96 because there's easy ways to get 4 science. Melee weapons, sure. Lockpick. I really want to up my lockpick a little bit so I don't have that off balance, but because of my perks, that actually does go up to 100. I have 1 skill point left and I'm actually thinking about where it should go. Medicine is probably the best place to put that. And now I have a perk, so let's have a look through all of these. I like that one, but it's not useful right now. Computer whiz is kind of useless. You're just so excited about plasma that you can't magnetically contain yourself. Ooh, plasma weapons are reduced by 20. The AP cost. That's VATS. I don't use a lot of VATS though. Mysterious Stranger is always a good one. Math Wrath. AP. All AP costs are down 10%. Here and Now is an interesting one. Not really going to want to use that early on though. And then of course there's just another intense training. Huh. That's actually not a bad idea. Yeah, I'm going to go for intense training.
Watch your step, sister.
You okay, Veronica? Alright. Well, I think we are going to end this episode off pretty soon, but first I want to go learn about the boomers. Because they seem like an interesting group of people, and I don't think we really know enough about them. So, local map. Where is this museum that they were on about? On a boot. I'm gonna call the boomers. I think that would be one of the funnier things if I could pull off comedy better, is just to make fun of the boomers because and pretend they're Canadian, even though they're totally not in any way, shape, or form. Okay. Oh, there it is. Are you still awake? You are. Good.
Hi.
Oh, by the way, as soon as you come in here, the snow globe for Nelis Air Force Base is right there.
You're the outsider. Mother Pearl sent word that you'd be stopping by. You must be eager to hear the story of our people.
Who are you?
Me? I'm Pete, keeper of the story. I know I seem kind of young. I was the apprentice keeper of the story until a couple months ago, but old Keeper Don well, whiskey and landmines don't go together. So it's up to me. I bet you want to know everything about us.
I'm looking to make myself useful. Do you know who needs help around here?
Gosh, there's a lot of folks. Argyle's our doctor. He could use help tending to any injured we got. Over at the workshop, Loyal and Jack are always building something. The Loyal may not be too happy to see your kind running around Nelis.
What's that supposed to mean? I'd like to know all about your people.
Wonderful. I'm sure you've noticed the mural on the wall of this hut. Shall I tell you what it all means?
Sure.
Excellent. Imagine you're the first outsider to ever hear our tale.
He's got a Pip-Boy. And a Vault 34 logo on the back.
Ages ago, long before I was born, we lived underground. Everyone had guns, but the Overseer wouldn't let us explode anything, not even a hand grenade. We left and wandered the wastes. There were savages with knives. We blew them up with frag mines and grenades, burned them with flamethrowers. It was neat, but there was a downside. For every 43.6 savages we killed, we lost one of our own. We needed a new home. We needed Nelis. Here we have prospered and multiplied. Here our mighty guns destroy any savages who might try to harm us before they can even reach our gates. Well, until... But... Not saying you want to harm us or you're a savage, but anyways. Nelis has revealed many secrets. It has taught us how to fly the bombers once based here, and it has taught us where to find one. And that is our story so far. For this last image is our future. To restore the bomber, to fly the open skies in armored safety, raining high explosive ordnance upon ignorant savages. This is our destiny. I'm pleased that you listened to the entire story. Perhaps there are details you'd like to know more about. Let me know. But now that you know the story of our people, you must have all sorts of questions.
I have some questions about your people's history.
Ask away.
Why did your ancestors leave the safety of a vault?
So you know about the vaults? Yes, we lived in one of those. Ours was numbered 34. In our vault, everyone had guns, but the Overseer wouldn't let you fire off any of the really fun ones. I guess all the little pops and bangs at the firing ranges just got boring after a while.
Huh, so that was the experiment for Vault 34, I guess. Although I'm sure that's a weird vault. We haven't gone there yet. I think that is in the game. I think that's the one I hate. Is that they had guns, but they couldn't fire them. I don't know. But, yeah, any detonation with a yield of less than half a ton of TNT is boring.
Exactly. We haven't detonated any atomic warhead since before I was born. But besides that, it's a heck with nitpicky restrictions. Anything else you want to know?
Nitpicky restrictions, I like that. I'm surprised Nelis was empty when your people found it.
Several automatic warheads detonate here 100 years ago, leaving the base highly radioactive. The savages of the waste, ignoramuses, all avoided Nelis by habit.
Whereas your people had brought Geiger counters with them from the vault.
That's exactly right. You're very knowledgeable for a Sav, an outsider. Anything else you want to know?
What are the howitzers doing at an Air Force base?
You're right. They weren't here when we discovered Nelis. We found the guns at a huge weapon depot called Area 2, many miles from here. It took many weeks to drag the guns and their ammunition back to Nelis, and it was the last time any of us set foot beyond our homeland.
That howitzer battery is a monument to the grit and the resolve of your people.
Thank you so much. I'll be sure to pass that on. Anything else you want to know?
How'd you survive totally cut off from the world?
Nelis is a completely self-sufficient community. We draw water from Lake Mead, solar arrays provide power, and we grow our own crops.
But where do you get the protein? Oh my god! You're all cannibals!
We are certainly not cannibals. We're not savages like some people. We supplement grains and green vegetables with soy and legumes. That's how we get our protein. Anything else you want to know?
How has Nelis taught your people to fly?
Once we restore power, we learn that some elaborate chairs we've been sleeping in were actually virtual reality simulators. We believe they were used to train combat pilots. We use them extensively. I alone have shot down over 500 Chinese Zion 85 fighters. Before you ask, I'm afraid there's no way you can be allowed to use the simulators. They're for our use only. Sorry.
Oh, to slip the surely bonds of earth and dance amid the soaring birds.
That's beautiful. Yes, it's exactly like that. So free, so... words can't do it justice. Anything else you want to know?
How did you learn where to find an old bomber?
Loyal found a file somewhere on the base, with magazine articles, photographs, a map even. It seems that a bomber, apparently the 29th of its kind, crashed in Lake Mead on July 21st, 1948. Just imagine, that's over 300 years ago. The photograph shows that it was basically intact, and the map tells us exactly where to find it. Except we haven't left Nelis in decades.
You could attach ballast to the planes and then haul it for... You could attach a ballast to the plane and then haul it here for repairs.
Yes. In fact, that's exactly what Loyal has planned to do. You should go talk to him. I wish everyone were just as interested in our story as you are. Maybe I should act out the battles. Or learn how to throw my voice.
Goodbye. Thank you for your story.
See you later, alligator.
Accepted.
Bunch of shut-ins who scorn outsiders and hold technology over them. Gee, where have I heard that one before? You know, I've been thinking. The real problem with the Brotherhood is that we isolate ourselves. Our training is top-notch, our technology gives us an advantage, but when it all comes down to it, we're losing because we shun the outside world. We always make enemies, never allies. We refuse to recruit outsiders or see the value in their simpler technologies.
Why don't you do something about it?
I don't know. I'm still thinking about what kind of role we could take on that would give us the best chance of survival. But I think things are starting to come together. I know the odds aren't good, but I gotta try. I can't lose them. See you around.
Well, I think we might be paying the Brotherhood a visit anytime soon. Hey, La Fantôme. Anything interesting up here? No. There are some BBs. Okay. Well, I think that's gonna do it. I think this has been a rather... I think it's been a decently length episode, actually. In this episode, we got here to Nelis Air Force Base and learnt the story of the Boomers. Came out of Vault 34, found Nelis Air Force Base is a nice place to call home, and... found some howitzers to defend themselves. Aside from that, I hope you guys enjoyed. In the next episode, first of all, we'll be heading to find an old friend, and then we'll be coming back here to do a couple more things for the Boomers. Thank you for watching, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.